Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bonnie Blue and I am back for a MF'N advice video. So let's kick it old school. It's time for my motherfucking advice. It's time for my motherfucking advice. Okay, that's what it's time for. Okay, now I was written a letter, and we're just gonna call this person Jermaine. Okay, and I'm saying Jermaine because it's the cousin of the person they're writing about, supposedly. I don't know if it's true, but I'm just gonna go with it for now. So Jermaine writes me because his cousin, let's just say, I don't know, his cousin Joe. His cousin Joe is dating a wrestler, and was dating a wrestler because see, the wrestler doesn't want to come out of the closet, and it's very important for him to keep his life as a homosexual man a secret. And even though I feel like people should be able to live in the open, and you shouldn't, put yourself in a closet, at the end of the day, people come out when it is time for them to come out, when they feel comfortable, when their life has, basically presented itself to them in a way that they feel free enough to do that. And I feel like when people try to force people to come out or out them, it is more of a reflection on the person doing the outing than it is the person who's actually being outed. It shows that you have no compassion. It shows a lack of understanding about something you should have some understanding about. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a gay man, you're dating him, obviously, you should understand that you don't always want people to know your fucking business, especially if you're in a career or you have a goal in which being gay is not exactly a positive thing. That's just what's real. And as a person who was outed to her parents, it is very fucking uncomfortable. It is cruel and it is fucked up. And it was done to me by another adult. And people, they made me feel real fucked up about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a cousin of mine tell me she would have preferred for me to tell her I was pregnant. And I was like 14. So that was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And it was the dumbest shit then, and it's the dumbest shit now. Because I'm about to get married to a man. And if I would have had a child at 14, I probably wouldn't have graduated from high school or went to college or have, purchased a home by the time I was 28. Like, or, have a job where I'm doing what I set out to do. I'm not always so sure about what else I want to do or what else I want to be next, but I know that I set out to work in television and I work in television. So at the end of the day, not having a child obstructing that because they become the priority, I feel like, at the end of the day, that was the dumbest shit to say. You know what I'm saying? And that is not better to be pregnant than to, be attracted to women. And, reading this letter just kind of heated me and really made me want to reply, because I hate when people feel like it's their duty to out you because they don't, they no longer want to be in a relationship with someone who is in the closet. It is not your responsibility. It's not your goal. It's not what you're supposed to do to somebody. Obviously, I was reading through the text messages that were sent, and the wrestler is very aggressive towards the gay guy and, like, wants to fuck him up and, just is really angry. And I understand why he's angry. You're threatening his life, in such a way that it's unnecessary. Y'all are not together. Move on. You shouldn't have to be closeted. You shouldn't have to be with someone who doesn't want to profess their love to you in front of people. And that's your business prerogative, your rights. And you should feel that way. So you did the right thing in moving on. But outing him is definitely not the best option. It's definitely not the right thing to do. And anybody in that situation who thinks that's okay, that's not okay for you to do that. Like, that's not your fucking place. At the end of the day, it is not your place. When somebody comes out, that is because they have finally reached a point where they feel free enough to say that. And you have to get to that point on your own. And for somebody else to take that from you is totally fucked up to me. And I have a problem with that. And I find it crass. And like I said, it shows a lack of compassion towards someone who is having a hard time being real with themselves. Like, that's not something that everybody has a fucking problem with. Okay? Like, I'm just saying, some of y'all love pointing out other people's flaws but can't point out your own. Okay? And I wish somebody would say that about me, because I point out my flaws all the time. I'm one of the craziest bitches ever. Okay? I don't give a fuck a lot of the time, and I probably should. I'm not as outgoing as I used to be since my dad passed away. Okay? I should be singing. Okay? Like, I should be doing shit that I am not doing in my life right now, because I have developed postpartum postpartum, basically, from everything that's happened in like the past 10 years of my life, which has been like, seriously horrific. So, not horrific like the whole thing, but in certain areas, yes, I see my blessings, but I also have seen major struggles in a short period of time at a young age. And being outed to my parents and being kicked out of school was one of those things. So, yeah, I'm not okay with that. I'm not cool with that. I don't think anybody should do that, and I would advise you not to. And yeah, I'm gonna pray for you, babe, and I'm gonna pray for the person. You should pray for them. And if you're not a Christian, if that's not what you believe in, then you need to meditate on it, bitch. Okay, you need to put that into the universe. Good blessings toward that person, so one day they will feel free enough to be who they are in public. And until that day, bitch, move on. Okay, like Maya. All right. I'm moving on. Yes, and moving on. I'll be moving on. Took the shot, I can't rap, but that was the coldest little verse. Want to keep it body. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3. I'm not saying leave him, but you need to like roll with me, like stay with that. Anyway, you guys, I'm done. I hope you enjoyed the advice. I hope the person who wrote me watched the video, heeds what I said, the whole 9. It's all love. Like, don't feel played or nothing like that, because I know I go hard, but that's just me. Don't like take it like that. I'm being real. I'm being honest. I'm really thinking about everybody's best interest. Don't do that. All right? Y'all have a happy new year. Y'all have a blessed new year. You guys love up on the people that you love, and just be cool. Be cool. All right.